Today we're going to talk about the favorites at Phoenix and our final predictions for this year's Final Four. How's it going, everybody? I'm Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. We only got a few of these shows left, and today we're going to be talking about the second to last race of the season, the second to last race of the chase, the last race of the round of 8, Phoenix International Raceway. That is this Sunday, and it's got a lot of people on edge. Just a refresher, after Texas, Jimmie Johnson and Carl Edwards are both locked in with wins. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch are both 1 point ahead of the cutoff. Meanwhile, Matt Kenseth is 1 point back, Denny Hamlin is 2 points back, Kevin Harvick is 18 points back, and I believe Kurt Busch is 34 points back. As many of you know, Kevin Harvick has basically dominated Phoenix most of the last few years we've been there. A lot of people are picking Kevin Harvick to win this week. I'll talk more about favorites later on. Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Joey Logano are really just looking to beat each other. Whoever the top finisher is out of those 4 drivers most likely will be the one moving on. Potentially the top 2 finishers if Harvick has struggles. Assuming Harvick wins, which is fairly likely given how good he's been in clutch scenarios and how good he is at Phoenix, expect there really to be 1 spot left that those 4 are battling for. Now, at the beginning of this round, before even Martinsville, I predicted the Final 4 to be Jimmie Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin. I got Jimmie Johnson right, but I feel like a lot of people kind of saw that one coming. Carl Edwards honestly surprised me with how well he ran at Texas last week. I thought he'd be good, but I didn't think that team was really going to be capable of just throwing out winning speed all of a sudden, like when they needed to like that. So I was impressed by Edwards' performance last weekend at Texas. I didn't expect him to make it in, but he did. So that's already broken my bracket a little bit. That being said, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin still have very realistic chances. Kevin Harvick, of course, as well. He's going to need to win. That's going to be tough to do for anyone, but if anyone's capable of it, especially at Phoenix, it's Kevin Harvick. I think in terms of favorites, I think this weekend's very interesting because obviously Kevin Harvick has been very good there in the past. That's a good team. Jimmie Johnson's obviously they seem to be pretty much back up to top speed. The Joe Gibbs guys, they've been good at short tracks all year long, and Phoenix is a little bit isn't as small as your average short track, but it's still, I think it counts. It's like a mile long. It's not a big track, So all 4 of the Gibbs guys are probably going to be strong as well. It's really up in the air. Joey Logano is the one driver I really don't know what to think about Phoenix. I don't really know what to expect at all. His teammates already out of the chase, but they've still shown speed. Logano's team, they seem to be looking better and better as the chase has gone on. They finished strong at Texas, led the most laps, finished second. So it's going to be interesting. That's the one guy I'm really not sure what to expect from. Joey Logano's made it to Homestead before, so he clearly knows how to get it done, and I don't expect him to struggle too badly, but I'll just be curious. He might come out with the best car and win the race. I don't know. Like I said, all 4 of the Gibbs guys could win, even Carl Edwards, even though he's already got to win. That doesn't mean it's going to stop him from getting another one. Matt Kenseth has won at Phoenix before. It's been a long time. Hamlin, Kyle Busch are strong everywhere we go. It's up in the air again. It's all going to come down to whether or not Kevin Harvick can win the race or not. If Harvick has a problem, like blows an engine, a tire, or just happens to have a mediocre race car that day, it's going to really open the door for these other drivers. Because like I said, obviously Johnson and Edwards are filling 2 of the spots right now. There's 2 up in the air, but if Harvick wins, then there's only going to be 1 spot left open. And right now we got 4 drivers all separated by less than 2 points going for that spot. And of those 4, how can you pick? Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, those are 4 great drivers. 2 of them are past champions. 2 of them have been to the Final Four before. So it's very hard to pick any one of those drivers. When you look at the race back in March, Kevin Harvick won, obviously barely edging Edwards to the line. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch both had top 5s. Kurt Busch was 6th, Kenseth 7th. Those are all chasers right there in the top 7. It's going to be tight on Sunday. If we're going to talk favorites, I personally need to go on the record and say I think Harvick's the favorite. But anything can go wrong. One thing goes wrong, and it could spoil the end of Harvick's chase hopes and all that stuff. Now, that being said, if Harvick does win the race at Phoenix, I'm going to remain with him as my pick to win the championship. I picked him to win the title at the beginning of the chase, all the way back at Chicagoland. I picked him to win it all. He's had many ups and downs. If he can have another big up at Phoenix, I think he'll be the favorite going into Homestead. Obviously, Johnson's going to be tough. I think Carl Edwards is going to be on a mission, given that he hasn't won a championship before. He's going to be on a mission. And whoever the 4th spot is, if it's Hamlin, again, he's going to be on a mission. If it's Kenseth, it's been a while. Kenseth wants to get a chase win. He's getting older. He's the oldest guy in the chase, so he could be retired in a few years. He's going to be on a mission. Joey Logano wants his first championship, wants redemption after last year. He's going to be on a mission. All these guys are going to be on missions. They're all really focused on that championship. But that being said, if Kevin Harvick makes it to Homestead, he's still my pick. But there's a lot of ifs surrounding this weekend. The one if that we can't answer, though, I briefly mentioned it on Monday, was Joey Logano's team was found after the race at Texas missing a lug nut on one of their tires. I don't think anyone thought it was going to be a points penalty, but they ended up getting a $10,000 fine. So there's that. That clears all that up. No extra stress for the Joey Logano team. They're just going to have to jump right in here to Phoenix and go for it all. That's all I really have for this week's episode. Kind of breaking the streak here. I'd had a few pretty long episodes in a row. This one's fairly short, so yeah, you guys can go on with the rest of your day. That's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, next episode will be Monday. As always, I'll talk about Phoenix, and if Harvick got in, I'll talk about all that stuff. I'll obviously start to preview Homestead, the big week. Next week is championship preview. It's like the week before Super Bowl. Everyone's building up. All this tension's building up. All the drivers are probably going to be on like late night talk shows all over the place where the people interviewing them don't know anything about them, and it's going to be great for us to watch, but not for anyone else. So looking forward to that week. I'll have 2 episodes again as always. But until then, hope you guys have a great race at Phoenix. Great weekend overall. I'll see you guys on Monday.